Hello everyone. So since I made a tier list about what I thought are the best styles for PvP, why not make one for the amount of skill you need to use a certain style? And that's exactly what we're doing today. I'll be ranking these styles into 5 categories, from styles that can be used by new players or beginners, to styles that aren't good unless you're skilled enough to use them. I'll be starting with the uncommon styles first. First up we have basic, since you literally spawn with this in the game. It's a pretty safe assumption to put it on the beginner level. It has no unique mechanic and is very balanced. Using this style is also very helpful if you want to get used to the basics and learn the fundamentals of the game. So we'll be putting it on the beginner tier. Next is long guard. It's in a very similar position as basic since the only thing that's different from both of them is the speed and range difference. Using this style will help you learn the importance of jabbing first and maybe will help you understand being able to land counters, and how important it is to make distance from your enemy. Same tier as basic. As for Smash, Smash is in a completely different position. Smash needs you to have some experience to use. But not that much. Since it is very slow. You actually need to think about throwing your punches, since most of the time they will land the hit first. Since you're just that slow. If you master the basics from using long guard and basic, using Smash is a lot easier to use. I'll be placing it on the need to learn parts of the basics tier. Now we're moving into the rarity styles. First, we have Corkscrew, which is honestly just a better Smash. So I'll be putting it on a tier higher than Smash. Since you have a passive to think about, unlike Smash which has nothing. Casual players can use this. Next up is the counter style. The counter style needs you to learn to adapt to matches and needs you to learn to read your opponents. Basically, you need to have at least mastered some of the core fundamentals of the game to use this style. You need to be somewhat skilled to use this. And lastly the Trickster style. First off, I suggest you avoid using this style completely, there's nothing to gain from using this style. But if you're really persistent in using it, just know that this style is basically worse than even the basic style. Which automatically makes this a style that needs you to be skilled to be able to use it. Add that with his hard to use passive. The dash cancels. Moving on, we're gonna do the Mythic styles next. First up is Epo. Epo is honestly a good all-rounder style. I'd say you don't need to be too skilled to use this style. Just note that you're really slow compared to other styles. Casual players can use this. Next is the Wolf style. The Wolf style has the ability to follow up using its unique mechanic, the White Fang. Although this style has no downsides. This style really wants you to pay attention to your stamina since spamming White Fang drains a lot of stamina. And since the White Fang is pretty easy to see coming, I'd say you have to learn mix-ups with it. So you need a little bit of skill to use it. Up last for the Mythic style is Hands Low. Hands Low works similarly to counter but it takes more damage from counters. So when playing style you have to be more observant to avoid getting countered. Since the counter doesn't have this drawback. So basically you need to spend more brain power using this style. Or you could just spam dash. Yeah, you need skill to use this style. Now for the legendary styles. The first up is Hitman. You do not need a brain to use this, honestly just spam and dodge. I'll be putting it on you need to learn some of the basics to use. Since you basically have the worst dashes in the game. If you played long guard, this is basically just a better long guard. Next is the Slugger style. For Slugger, it is pretty slow so you have to learn how to properly engage, and since Slugger has the ability to hold their M2s, you will also need to learn when to properly use the charged heavy attack. I'll put it on the need to be somewhat skilled to use it. And lastly the Hawk style. As I said in previous videos, this style is really bad if you do not know what you're doing. Hawk not being able to have any recovery is a really hard thing to get used to, especially if you've been relying on recovery to recover lost HP or almost broken blocks. This is easily on the must be skilled to use tier. Anyways, that's my list on the amount of skill needed to use certain styles. Did I rank them right? Leave your answers in the comments section below. Anyways, that's all from me, see you guys on the next one, peace.